about Africa and people supporting Mexico. I can remember I've always said that, as Africa, we are one. We support each other. In good and bad moments, we've all got our own politics, we've got our own problems, our own fights that we deal with, back home. Every country does, so, I don't know where it stemmed from. And it does hurt, because like I've mentioned, I've been attacked, obviously my country as well, for things that are going on back home. And, I've always said, players are human beings as well. We go through it. And for us, sometimes it gets a lot, You want to focus on doing your job, which is being a footballer. But then you get involved in politics and, you don't want to be, get into that space. But, that's the wonderful thing about sports. It can unite, it can make or break you, and it can bring people together. We are in Atlanta now, and I see so many Africans, South Africans, people from Mexico in one room. That's the beauty of sport. That's the beauty of football. So let's just enjoy. Let's have a wonderful time. And we leave politics to the politicians. Let us just play football, enjoy ourselves, and criticize for what happens on the field. Off the field things, we can't deal with that, and it's got, nothing to do with us. So,
all right, guys. To as many who have been having something against South Africa, so I want to urge you guys, to take it back and try and forget about everything that is going on. You heard everything that this South Africa football star said. Try to put aside all this negative energy, all these negative vibes, and try to stand as an African. We Africans, we have to continue to have this love for each other. Because I remember the other time when South Africa lost their match. I see how many people were happy. And I noticed that most Nigeria fans, they were so happy that South Africa lost. And why were they happy? It's simply because they have a thing against South Africa. They were not happy because they were all happy because they have a thing against South Africa. But you see this thing now. This thing has to do with South Africa as a country. It has to do with South Africa, with the South Africa's government, and it has to do with the politics. So this whole thing that have been happening, so it is normal in every African country. How government, are always having a hand in one thing or the other is happening. How they play politics, and most of the time these are politics that they play. It will come to affect the citizens. You understand? So now these South Africa players, they are innocent. They don't have a hand in all these things that have been happening. The South Africa players, the South Africa football stars, they are not the government. They are not the politicians. So they are innocent of all this whole thing. It's just like the way some Nigeria fans, do talk. Like I have a friend. Every time, whenever Nigeria have match, whenever we go to watch match, this my friend will never support Nigeria. Instead he will be praying for Nigeria to lose. Why is he always like that? Because why? He's fed up of the country. He's tired of the country. So because of the current state of the economy of the country, because the current state of the country, now he does not have much interest in our football team anymore because of the country. They will just be like a country where things not they go, a country where things not good. So what we want, what they happy for? See Nigeria team win. You see, and this football player, they don't have anything. They don't have a hand. All these things that are happening. They are innocent people. So why should we should do because of the current state of the country? Have this level of hatred. Have this kind of negative mind towards our football players. So likewise, the same thing that is happening to the South Africa team now. Because of the whole issue, the whole crisis, the whole issue that is happening in South Africa, how South Africa, against the Nigeria people who reside there. So this have nothing to do with our football stars. This have nothing to do with the South Africa football stars. So we have to take it back. If you have anything against South Africa team, you have to take it back and think about it. Let's just take it like it's our team. Nigeria did not qualify. Nigeria is not in the tournament. So we can take South Africa as one of the African teams we can support. So we have to put aside this issue of politics, because politics is the one bringing about all these things. So we have to put aside all these things and give our support to this team. They lost their first game, and it will not be good that they are surrounded with more negative energy and with more negative vibes. Because it's not easy to qualify. they have qualified now. They need our support. They not only need the support of South Africans, they also need the support of other Africans, especially Nigerians who have something against them because of the issue or the crisis in the country that have affected a lot of Nigerians. Because Nigerians especially have been against them because of the issue, that be affecting Nigerians in their place. You know how a lot of Nigerians were repatriated back to their country because of the crisis in South Africa. So now we know about everything, and this whole thing have a link and relation to politics. But this football player, they do not have a hand in all of these things. So we have to put aside those politics issue that's happening in the country and give our support to South Africa team. I know that you can support any other African team, but you have to, even if you don't have to support South Africa as a team, but you need to keep your mind neutral. You're not supposed to have any negative energy towards this team. You're not supposed to have anything against this team because of what is going on. So I want you all, I want you all to take your time and think about this whole thing that I'm saying, and try to understand that these football stars, they are innocent. These football stars did not have a hand in all of these things that is happening. So we can give our support for them or stay neutral for them to do their thing. Alright guys, I hope you're able to understand this whole information. If you all have your thoughts on this, I'll see you in the next video.